Hello everyone. Today's video I'm very excited about. We're gonna be talking about one of my favorite movies. I really should make a series called Movies I Watched at Too Young of an Age That Traumatized Me, because this is one of them. If you were to ask me what's my favorite movie, I would say Coraline and the Lovely Bones. I would maybe name a few others to sound a little bit cooler, but genuinely those are my two favorite movies. And today we're gonna be talking about the Lovely Bones because it's blowing up on TikTok right now, and for good reasons. Everyone's talking about how they loved that movie, but it was so scary, especially if you watched it, you know, in 2009, and let's say you're a 9-year-old, because I was a 9-year-old in 2009 when this movie was released. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with watching it. I would watch it all the time, and I still go back to watching it because it is quite honestly one of the best thrillers in cinema. And we're gonna talk about that. If you want to, subscribe down below. I'm gonna make more videos like this talking about my favorite movies because I just love talking about them, and I love just ranting kind of, and in like YouTube videos it just kind of feels like we're just like having a convo. Anyways, if you want to subscribe. Let's get into it. This is not a light movie. This movie is dark and twisted. Being a young girl, young woman, a woman, honestly, this fear never ends. You are constantly kind of taught from a very young age to watch out for people, specifically men. And this movie, it's a rough one. It's a little traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie. The movie stars Saoirse Ronan, who plays Susie Salmon. So the movie starts and Ray, the guy she's into, asks her out. That day, she's walking home from school and she goes through a cornfield. She runs into her neighbor, George Harvey. He says there's a kid's hideout that he made in a cornfield. What is a 40-something man doing making a kid's hangout? Red flags already. Susie's uncomfortable because she's like, what the hell? She goes in it and it's just the most uncomfortable scene because you just know. She tries to leave, but like obviously she can't leave, and then she dies, obviously. And then we have this whole like dream sequence kind of. Susie like runs home and she sees Harvey in the bathtub. Like, what was that scene? That bathtub scene, we won't really discuss it, but it's gross. It's just gross, and the fact that like we see Susie reacting to it is just ugh. Then we're introduced to the in-between, which is neither heaven nor earth. That's when we meet Holly, who I love. I love Holly. I love her so much. Holly is sunshine. So then the movie continues and it's mostly like an investigation about like what happened. The family doesn't know. Flashbacks between Susie and her family, and then we have like her in-between scenes. It's a very well-crafted film, like just genuinely how they jumped back and forth. It was never jarring, never like confusing. Anyways, that's the filmmaker in me speaking. Okay, fast forward, I don't even know how many years. Susie's younger sister is in high school at this point and she like runs track, so she's like ready to go. She is fast, okay? Or maybe she has cross country. I don't actually know anything about that. I don't run, so yeah, that's not me. The family starts to suspect it could be Harvey because Harvey is a freak. He's a freak because at one point he was building like a bear trap. What did he said it was like a bear trap in his backyard or something. It was like a hut with sticks. This scene is so awkward between Susie's dad and Harvey because he's a freak.
What is that? Oh, this is the project that I'm working on. You're a hunter? Yeah. It's a blind, right?
The actor who plays Harvey, he played this role a little bit too well. A little bit too well for my liking because he nailed it. Now we're going to talk about the most anxiety-provoking film. What am I saying? The most anxiety-provoking scene in film. I have never experienced a scene that has caused me so much dread and anxiety. Oh my god. Okay, literally I'm gonna get chills just from watching it. But this is basically when Lindsay, Susie's younger sister, She's grown up a little bit. You know, they're suspecting it's Harvey, right? So she's like, you know what? I'm gonna get him, because everybody knows at this point. Everyone's like, it's got to be him. And so Miss Lindsay is feeling very brave, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna hop inside his house. That was the first wrong step. Actually, it was the first correct step, but she should have done it safely with like police. But I understood that the police couldn't frame. Anyways, it's just a lot. And she's like walking around trying to find some evidence, right? And then she notices, she like steps, and there's just like a weird creak or something. She can feel it. How do I even describe it? It's like a plank of wood, right, in the floor, and she's like gonna get it, right? And there's a book in there. And what's in the book? Susie's hair, other evidence of her death, his planning, his little sketchbook, his little freaky trophy, whatever. So she's reading it. He comes home and he's in the house. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. The way her fingers slide around the paper and the sound. Oh my god, this is just such a well-crafted scene. Anyways, so he goes down to the basement. He sees the window is broken. That's how Lindsay got in. There is glass everywhere. This moment, she's trying to very quietly drop the plank of wood back, you know, into the ground. Bitch better get out, bitch better get out. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Get out. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh my god, the wind was knocked out of her. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes, Miss Trackstar. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, and she flashes him the book. And he's like, it's time to move out. Time to get going. Oh my god, that scene, it's like I could feel his like fingertips like almost grabbing me. Oh my god, it's so awful. And then the shots of him like his face running. Oh god, I hate it. I hate this scene, but I love it. It's so good, but I hate it because it gives me so much anxiety. The scene where she like finally goes to heaven, just tears. I'm crying, like I'm literally sobbing. I didn't want to talk about the other girls' deaths because they are truly so sad, but seeing them all together, like being joyful and happy and like playing with like toys and just, oh my god, it's just so sad. And like, oh my god, and everyone's crying. Oh, I hate it here, I hate it here, I hate it here. But we do low-key, like we kind of get a satisfying ending because we have this scene where Harvey's looking rough. This dude is old. He is old now. So he's trying to pick up a girl outside of what looks like a Waffle House, honestly. And he's like, it's a cold night. She's like, yeah, you need a ride home? She's like, no, I don't need a ride home. Then they give us that shot of an icicle right above his head. And we're all thinking, oh, it's gonna go right there in the brain. And while I don't wish anyone to die, people like this, well, so be it. It doesn't hit him in the head. It hits him on the chest and he's like, oh, that icicle hurt. The idiot that he is, he trips. Why was he standing so close to a cliff? Anyways, he trips, he like stumbles, and well, he gets what he deserves. So we do get a satisfying ending, which is why I like this movie. If it left us with just like nothing, I would have been like, what was the point? But no, we get a pretty satisfying ending. He dies and the family is kind of like recovering because they know the truth, and yeah, and everything just, it ends very satisfyingly, I guess. I just love this movie. I love it so much. It is such, it's just such a roller coaster. You've got these sentimental moments, and then it's like so much drama, and then it's thrill and it's anxiety, and then it's satisfying at the end, and it just makes you reflect on life also. It's just so, God, I love this movie. It's traumatizing. For a young girl to watch this, and not me at 9 years old watching it, probably not the healthiest thing, but whatever. So if you haven't watched this movie and you watch this all the way through, honestly, cool. But you should watch it. You should still watch it. 2 hours and 15 minutes. It is well worth it. There's so much to it. There's so much storyline. The characters are so great. And I love the setting. I like that it's in like the 70s, I think it was. The 70s. Everything just feels so beautiful. And poor Susie just wanted to be a photographer. Oh my god, I love her so much. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me talking about my one of my favorite movies. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!